In today's video I will show you a tutorial of the Lotus Sit, which is a kind of yoga position, I believe. So this is the exercise and it requires a lot of flexibility. In this video I will only cover the technique that you can use and also a couple of tips. So first of all, what you will need flexible hips, flexible glutes and also flexible inner thighs. And overall flexibility is just very important. So in the end of this video I'll give you a link of the playlist of flexibility videos on my channel. First of all, I'll start with some loosening up, and then very important is to do some knee rotations, or at least I believe this will increase the flexibility of your knees and your feet, for which I will show you an exercise after this. Even though the knees shouldn't really hurt during this exercise because this will mean that your muscles are not flexible enough, it is still a good idea to just do some knee rotations just to make sure that you won't damage anything and to make the exercise more comfortable. Before trying out this skill, you should first make sure that you are flexible enough, and if you are flexible enough, then do some warm-up exercises or some light stretching in front, so you will already increase your flexibility. When I was younger, I always wondered how people could possibly sit in the lotus position, and now I finally managed to do it first time, and this was about 3 weeks ago that I first did it. So don't expect me to be able to put my legs in my neck already because I'm not that flexible yet, but I will at least give you a chance to try and learn this exercise yourself, and you might be a lot better in this than I am. So the main exercise that I did in order to learn this skill was by putting one leg on the thigh of the other leg, and this will help you to increase the flexibility of this leg in a specific way that will also be needed to learn the Lotus Sit. In the beginning this might already be difficult for you, and in that case I would definitely recommend you to improve your overall flexibility first rather than trying these skills or these exercises. So a good way to make this exercise a bit more difficult is by putting a little bit pressure on the leg that is on top. So push down the knee a little bit, and it shouldn't hurt during this movement, although it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. Once you've mastered the exercise by performing it with one leg stretched, you want to put the leg that you are not stretching underneath the other, so you will already kind of sit in a lotus position with only one leg on the thigh. Make sure that you are warmed up properly and that you are performing this in a warm location, because it is freezing outside in the Netherlands and it was pretty difficult to stay warm and to perform this exercise in a proper way. And the second way you can also make more difficult by putting your feet higher. So first of all, you might want to start by putting your feet on your knee of the other leg, and then you can move it up to halfway your thigh, and eventually you will be able to put it closer to your hip, and then you are a lot more flexible. So this is probably the position that you want to practice most when you are more advanced. Okay, so after that you can try to master the technique, and it is pretty basic. So you put one leg on the other, and then you will have to use your arms to get the other leg above the first leg, and this might look a little bit uncomfortable, and I must say there are more pleasant feelings, but it really isn't that big of a deal after you are more flexible. So when you are a beginner, you obviously don't want to force your body to make these movements, but when you are more advanced you will probably not feel that uncomfortable. And to perfectionize this technique, you should try to put your legs higher towards your hips, and when you can do that you are flexible enough to perform this exercise without putting as much force behind putting your legs in the right position. Due to a lack of inspiration, the comment question of today is: can you think of a comment question for me? Subscribe to my channel for more videos and click on the video for the full flexibility playlist. Thank you for watching and see you next week.